On this episode of Hoosier Adventures, we check out Arbor Hills Nature Preserve. Arbor Hills Nature Preserve is located in Plano, Texas, and consists of about 200 acres. For our viewers out there who may have a hard time conceptualizing how big that is, the answer is not very big for a nature preserve. However, it is located in Plano, Texas, which is growing by leaps and bounds. So 200 acres in Plano, Texas, it ends up being a pretty nice park, basically. The nature preserve has a large number of trails for a park its size. So you can go on a trail that's in a wooded area, by a creek bank, through a field, etc., etc., etc. We're actually very close to the parking lot, and many of the trails near the parking lot are in wooded areas. We visited the park in late September. As you can tell from the leaves, they're just starting to get yellow and get orange. It's kind of a late fall this year, even for North Texas. There was a large number of people there that day. I mean, the park was very, very crowded. It might not seem like it on camera, and that's just because I tried to shoot footage away from other people because, sometimes other people just don't want to be on camera. However, the park was very, very crowded. Every space in the parking lot was taken up, and there were actually cars circling around in the parking lot just kind of waiting for a space to open up. This is a shot of a path that's through a field as opposed to being through a wooded area. Now this is as you're moving away from the parking lot headed west. My favorite part of visiting the nature preserve was actually all of the dogs. Now, I'm not a dog owner because I don't want that kind of responsibility. However, I love dogs, and to get a chance to get to see all the cute dogs that were out in the area, it was a great way to spend a day. We're currently on our way to the top where the observation platform is. Now, I'm not sure officially what the park calls it. I could look it up on the internet, but whatever. It's basically a small observation tower. Now, when I heard that there was going to be an observation tower, there it is. When I heard there was going to be an observation tower here, my first thought was kind of like a fire tower at a state park or a national park. That's not really what it is. However, we're going to walk up there, and you do get some great views from it. The nature preserve has a large number of makeshift trails, and you're going to see one here on the right. Now, I don't actually think that this was made by the people who oversee the park. I just think people use it as a shortcut to get around this sort of switchback path and save a lot of time. But I saw the opportunity and I seized it. Though I talked about earlier how the park was completely full, the parking lot didn't have a single parking space. As you move farther west through the nature preserve, away from the parking lot, less and less people are there. I mean, naturally, they bunch up near the parking lot where they get out of their car. That day, not that many people actually ventured over to the west side of the park. So by the time you get over there, you can kind of be alone and really enjoy being out in nature. This chain link fence that you see here actually signifies one of the edges of the park. Over on the right side of the camera is actually another chain link fence here that signifies the western edge of the park, and beyond that it's actually a train track. You can't see it real well on camera, but it's there. No, you aren't watching a J.J. Abrams movie. That lens flare just occurred naturally. There's a lot of erosion around the riverbeds within the nature preserve, and I'm not a geologist, but I'd love for one of Hoosier Adventures geologist fans to chime in just a little bit about the soil in general in the region, because you see this a lot around riverbeds here in this part of Texas, and you see it reflected in some of the foundations of the single-family homes that are constructed in the area. And now we're coming back to the parking lot on the eastern edge of the park. Well, that'll about do it for this episode of Hoosier Adventures. Like, comment, and subscribe. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Hoosier Adventures, and be on the lookout for new episodes.